Now the next step, now that we've entered in our formulas, is we're going to determine totals using the sum button. So we used the sum already in a few other projects. So what we are going to do is we're going to click on D13, and we're going to click the Autosum button to sum up the amount of hours worked. Now we're going to do the same thing for gross pay. We're going to go ahead and Autosum. Okay. The reason why we did not sum hourly pay rate is because this is based off an individual person. Okay. There's really no need to put a total down here. Now you'll notice when I did a total here, we also put a total here. That's because we're using F from in here. Okay, so F6, that's the reason why. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to delete this. And we are going to go ahead and do sum. Should give us the same thing. Federal tax, Autosum, and I'll do the same thing. Now we don't want tax percentage, so we're going to delete, but we do want net pay, but we're going to delete this and hit Autosum anyway, just to make it look good. Okay. Remember, we're going to double check our formulas by showing formulas, and you can see that we've got sums across the bottom here. Okay, now with the totals in row 13 determined, we're going to copy the tax percentage formula from I-12 to I-13. Okay, because we went ahead and calculated the tax percentage for the totals. We're still leaving these two blank. Okay, what you'll notice is you have a little green icon here. Okay, that's to trigger the autofill options. Now we could have, I'm sorry, no, this is to do because of the inconsistent formula. You can get help on the error, you can ignore it, copy the formula from the left, etc. Now the reason we have that is because it sees that there's so many different sum formulas, and because it's not consistent with the sum formulas, it's just warning me saying, hey, this is wrong. But what I meant to say is this autofill here, you can copy the cells if you want. You can fill the formatting only, meaning if it was colored, you could just do the color formatting. You can fill without formatting, flash fill, etc. Okay, in other projects you may need to use that. All right, the next section is to use the average, min, and max functions. So we went ahead already and I showed you how to do those. So what we are going to do is we're going to go to C14. Okay, and we are going to, I don't know why it's there and not here, but that's okay. This is not consistent. Okay, so we're going to go to C14 and we're going to determine the highest number. So we're going to go up here to insert function. We're going to type in max because that's what we want. Remember, that's to show the highest function. Now we're going to press OK, and we're going to go C4 through C12. So we're going to calculate oh, that's why I understand now. We're going to be doing this across. I see. Okay, we're going to do the same thing here. We're lowest. Insert function, min. Press OK. And this is going to be the same thing. C4 through C12. And the sheet's a little bit different from last year's. Okay, now we're going to do the average. So insert function, average, C4 through C12. 1.22 is our average. Now we're going to be copying this over. That's why I was like, wait a second. Normally I would just do it over here, but then I looked at the range and like, no, that doesn't make any sense. So what we just did was we calculated the max of this range, the lowest of this range, as well as the average. Okay, so out of all of the workers here, the person with the most dependents would be Miss Khan here. The lowest would be Miss Emmanuel, and then among them they average 1.22 dependents. Now we're going to go ahead and fill across to J14. Same thing here, J14. Same thing here, J14. Now it tells me to do I16 to delete the average tax information. Now we're going to go ahead and save.